I I hate the fact that we have to. I don't even want to use the word hate in any way, shape, or form, but I hate that we must have, or we don't need to have it, of course, but it's the way it is, for me at least. Um, it sucks that we have so much division between races and cultures and religions and political views, um, disciplinary views about children, education, value, belief, all those things. You know, alcohol, marijuana, cigarettes, tobacco, chewing tobacco. It's like we have so many things like in this world that people get upset about or caught up about, or there's like a bazillion things now. And the one that I hate on the one that hits my list is always the thing about blacks and whites. Um, in my opinion, I'm real cool with black people. I could be very wrong. Like I've said some ignorant shit and I've done ignorant shit. Um, in my life, not just on a black person, but I'm just saying like I'm not perfect, and I have certainly used um my white skin as, I wouldn't say as a privilege, but it's definitely, when I was growing up, being a white kid, when I got in trouble, they were just like, "You're fine," you know. It was definitely different. I'll just say that, like it was definitely different. I grew up during a time when like there was like 3 or 4 busloads of black dudes come and black chicks coming to like my school, like as if my school was an all white school. There was a bunch of smart Chinese and Korean kids, and like me saying this, I hate to use all these terms, and but here's what's up. I grew up during a time when there was white, black, Chinese, and yo, everybody was pretty much just cool. Like everyone was just fucking cool. And there were a couple assholes and a couple fucking, stupid people that, and but like I got to tell you, like me, I am so attracted to black women. I always have been, but I'm a little bit different. And what I'm driving at here is I don't have any problem with black people. I have a problem with all races, in fact. I mean, to be totally honest, I don't see how like my opinion, I don't see how black people would ever respect a white person that like goes out of their way to have like the hip hop and the, you know there's a lingo, there's a language amongst black men and black women and inner cities, and I grew up knowing that. I was kind of like in between, so I definitely saw it. Like I grew up in Section 8. I grew up in Section 8 apartments, bottom level. Me, like everybody could just break into your shit or peep Tom on your shit or like steal your shit. But like in the mornings, it was cool, to see snow because I would have my chin up on the thing and be all smiling and watching the sun or watching the snow come down. It would just come up and pile up and cover the window. But I grew up kind of like in this part where I played basketball with a bunch of black dudes, and white dudes. But I grew up in a school where like I wore Carolina Tar Heel blue Adidas forms, and I wore Russell sweats, matching Russell sweats. Um, I'm not saying that this is all representative of black people. I'm not saying that black people. I'm just saying, as a white guy growing up, I was around a lot of different people, and a lot of people got along. Blacks, whites, Koreans. It was like in fourth or fifth grade, I did a talent show, and I did a breakdancing talent show. I kid you not, with like four or five other people. Um, and we had the boards out, and the not the boards. I'm sorry, we had the cardboard out, and the whole nine. And it was one of those things where like I've always been into just being cool with like what's going on with black people and EPMD, and I used to watch Def Comedy Jam, and I've never seen. I know that there's some kind of difference, but like I didn't have to experience the divide. I think black women are sexy. I've always been attracted to black women. Um, I've said some things about all races that I wish I didn't say in the past, but I've said a bunch of things about every single race. I have a problem with my race. I don't understand that how you can be in a country like this and you can have the power of just being somebody. On top of that, you get all these freedoms to go to school and be financially set. And it's like, as a white person, you don't take advantage of any of that. You're a fucking idiot. And then on top of that, it's like everybody tries to hide it, and you can't hide it. It's in our face. It's why there were busloads of black and black young men and black young women being shipped into our school at the time, which, looking back, I didn't realize, because I was coming from another neighborhood that was like Section 8 on the hush hush. I slept on a fold out cot. I had, there used to be these rap magazines, and they would have these flipped out posters, and I had Ice-T and his girl up, like the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, Big Daddy Kane was up. I did old school LL when he was in his Adidas stuff and his Kango. His Kango hat that went all the way around with the big doogie chain. I grew up during a time when, like, I was one of them white kids that I stole a bike. I couldn't afford to have a nice bike. I stole a bike. It all eventually worked out. But I used to steal from stores, from the grocery store. I used to steal food and steal cookies and steal stuff and sodas and stuff. Eventually got caught. Like, I've been through some of the stuff that you hear about. I've been to jail. I've been caught up in drugs. All this stuff that you hear about in the black community, you don't want to hear about in the white community. Well, I lived that, so it's in my face. I saw it. I lived it. One of my very dearest best friends is a black dude, and I fucking crack him up because he's like, yo, man, you don't hold back. I'm like, why should I not be able to say something about any, if something's ignorant and I call it out, I call it out. I don't need to be using bad words and using negative shit, and of course not. We don't really. I'm not even going to touch on other things that that could be said or brought up, but I don't want to ever be that ignorant ever. Even if I've ever been that ignorant during any time, I totally regret it. But what I'm getting at is that, like, as I'm aging and I go through and I see this. I don't have cable television, but I tune into all kinds of things, like, here and there on the interweb, and it's crazy what you see. It's crazy what you hear about. It's crazy what social media pulls up. It's crazy what everyone's out here trying to stir up and make up and bullshit about. But what's really crazy is that there's like this lost crowd, man. That like, sorry, man, I had a hangnail. Damn. Excuse me, sorry. That's disgusting. Anyway, forgive me. Um, it was hurting. It was hurting really bad on my skin, man. But here's what's up. So we have this bullshit division, and like, there's a whole bunch of people that really don't give a flying fuck about black people. Like not in a negative way. We're just like, okay, they're black, whatever. I'm white. Like, are you cool? Yeah. All right, cool. Like, that's how I grew up. It was like, hey, what's up, Sam? What's up, Brian? Sam's a black guy. You know what I mean? In fact, yeah, I mean, you know, like, yeah, man. Like, Sam and I are cool, man. I made out with this chick named Tennille one night. She was all drunk. She's married to a woman now, man. But still, I still made out with her, man. I still made out with her, man. I still made out with Tennille. And, you know, man, like, I I just hate the division, man. Like, you know, like I own a small business. And people ask me why I don't deal with black people, or if I deal with black people, I'm like, yeah, black women once in a while, but most of them, like, black men, like, no, dude, like, there's not too many black men driving around in America, in my eyes. And when I was growing up, coming from different parts of, you know, Baltimore and Baltimore City and Baltimore counties, nah, dude. Nah, dude, black man will fuck, man. A black man will fucking clean his shit on the side of 95, dude. I'm telling you, man. If a black dude gets fucking his car cleaned up, ready to rock and roll for the weekend, head out on a date, and he forgot to tire shine one of the fucking four tires, he'll be right on the side of 95. In his alligator fucking shoes, dude, tire shining, throwing it down. And yo, if he don't have no tire shine in the trunk, you best believe he's gonna fucking grab some fucking Vaseline that he's got for his skin and put it on there with a fucking sock. Man, dude. And if he fucks up his windows, it ain't nothing but newspaper, baby. Newspaper and a little bit of water in the bottle. That's all. That's it, man. I've been around so many black dudes, dude. I know about fucking EPMD, K Solo, Eric B. Rakim. Dude. I'm not saying I'm fucking, you know, like, I'm the fucking ambassador of fucking black people. I'm just saying that, yo, there's a generation of people out here who grew up being totally fucking fine and cool with black people. We've never had no problems really with any race, honestly, up until fucking recently, man. And it's fucking up everybody else because, like, yo, man. I mean, I'm in my 40s, and I still listen to Eric B. and Rakim. I still listen to EPMD's greatest hits. I still listen to you know, the Beastie Boys. I still listen to Nas. Like, there's no effect on me because of them, because of hip hop being black and me being a white guy that I shouldn't listen to that. I listen to country music. I listen to rock and roll. I just, like, I do things that entertain my brain. And for some reason, man, growing up a poor white dude, I was around, you know, a good bit of black people. And, like, I pick on black people. They would pick on me in high school. I would always get fucked with, you know, in the locker rooms, man. Like, the biggest fucking black dudes, man. But it was never really, I never was ever scared or had hatred or some kind of disbond, because it was always like you had to, like, kind of hold your own. Like, yo, like, if you want to know how to get respect from fucking black people, just fucking talk to them and hold your own And, I mean, you better know your shit when it comes to God. Yo, I have never met a black man that doesn't fucking smell good. It's crazy, man. Dude, I swear, black men, what do you do with your fingernails and where do you buy your cologne, man? I cannot figure it out. I cannot figure it out, man. It drives me crazy. See, man, I'm I'm in the auto industry, so I also deal with a lot of people, and it's funny, man, because I deal with so many well-off, very nice, very kind white people who have a ton of shit, uh, car wise and automobiles that need to be have certain services done. And a lot of people are great. They're great clients, but there's this fine line that I walk with some of them to where they're just so shitty, man. And it's like I can understand why some of my black friends are like, yo, man, white people are just kind of fucking ignorant. I'm like, dude, they treat me the same fucking way, man. It's like, I have tattoos or this beard or I dress, I might not dress a certain way or I wear flat bill caps and that kind of throws people off, or whatever, or how I got this Baltimore City boy, you know, accent thing going on. Who knows? I don't know, man. But all I know is when I was a kid, I grew up around a bunch of fucking poor people. There was poor white people and poor black people, and we all chilled. Nobody fucked with each other. Nobody was stealing. There wasn't no fucking, like going back and forth beefing. And dude, we were all fucking broke, and we were all just watching our single working moms struggle, and we all had a bunch of random ass dudes in our life. You particularly may not relate, but someone might relate. Another person might relate, But like, I just, I hope that we can get back to the generation where white and black people are all just down for each other and down with each other and enjoy each other because. Like when I went to the grocery store tonight, there was this fine young black woman working. I'm not saying young like in her fucking teens, man. I'm just saying a young woman, you know, hair tightened up because she's working in a deli. She's got the net around her hair and no makeup on, and she just had this beautiful smile. And I was like, I need to fucking talk to a black chick. Like, why don't I ever fuck with black chicks? Like I mean, like date seriously or seek out. Like, I'm always with these fucking, these like, it's never good enough fucking white chicks, man. With, you know, all they care about is getting fucking fake tits, man. It's like every white girl I date, all they care about is getting fucking fake tits, or they want me to buy them an SUV, or I don't make enough money, or they fucking have to drink and be fucking hammered. I don't know what it is about white chicks, why you can't fuck sober, or why you can't just fucking smoke a little bit and chill. Yo, every time I ask about black chicks to friends of mine that are black, and I'm like, dude, does your girl drink? Nah, man, we chill. My girl don't like to get drunk because she don't like to be hungover. And then it's like, I don't know, man. I don't get why we're all separated, man. Like a bunch of fucking white chicks are banging black dudes, like everywhere, making gorgeous babies, and it's like very rare you see. Like I'll be at the mall and you might see one fucking white dude with a fine black chick. I'm like, yo, I need to fucking talk to that fucking guy, dude. I fucking need to give him like a slice of pizza and be like, yo, hit me with it. What's up? Do you just have a fucking monster cock? Do you breakdance? Did you fucking win the lotto? What did you do to get that beautiful, fine young black woman? I'm down with that. I don't want any more separation amongst black people. I think that we should respect old black men, especially ones, who have like old school names like Leroy and fucking, Mitchum and man, fucking old dudes, man, like, like old black cats, man. And the guys that you see all dressed up in the fucking, and they just look sharp, man. And I see them at the grocery store, always dressed up, grabbing flowers for their wives. I'm like, yo, why would we be separated? Why would anybody want to separate themselves from a man like that just because of his skin color? And like, I get it. There's certain parts. I'm from Baltimore, so like, I get it. But that's not. You can't just be like, well, that's a black community. No, man, that's a mentality. That's a whole nother issue. What I mainly want to say is, there's a generation of these fucking poor ass white kids that grew up around a lot of poor ass black kids, and we were all fucking cool. And then a bunch of fucking douchebags had to fuck it all up. I'm also saying that I'm on the prowl for a young black, I keep saying young, for a fine black woman. I wouldn't mind dating a fine black woman. And of course, I'm being a jerk because I'm saying fine. I don't know what fine means, man. I don't know. I'm going to get old and short and fucking probably, my dick's probably not even going to work in like 10 more years. So, now's the time. I'm not saying that because I'm a poor white kid that I grew up and I shouldn't, I don't like white women. I like all women. I'm just saying, my race is fucking out of its mind right now. And there's a generation of white people who don't know what the fuck these other white people are doing. And then there's a generation of white people like me who grew up around a lot of cool black people, and it's like we're all forgotten about. We don't talk about politics and stuff like that. We talk about faith and loyalty but like there's blue collar black people and white people and Chinese people and like all kinds of people, just blue collar working people just trying to pay their fucking bills. And we all grew up in the 80s and 90s, and it's like there's this huge generation that just forgot about us. It's like, all the sons of CEOs and all you guys, all you bigwigs, man. It's like you forgot about your little buddies you went to school with, you know what I mean? And it's all good, but like no one in the world when I was growing up gave a flying fuck about black people and white people. In fact, I got beat up because I was called a yo boy, and I'll never forget it. I got beat up and tormented by this fucking faggot JT over some horse shit because I wore fucking matching Russell sweats and I had matching hats and fucking matching shoes. I wore, all kinds of shit, top tens and forums, and I had a fucking, I used to shop at this place called Charlie Rudo's with my boy Mikey. We had $24.99 sneaker fucking sales. Dude, we used to fucking roll down there on his moped. His parents didn't know. We fucking were out of our mind. But, the traffic, the fucking moped only did, the moped only did like, 19 miles an hour downhill. And fucking, we were in this considered bad neighborhood. And we didn't give a fuck. And we even walked in the store and like, not to be a jerk, man, but black people at the McDonald's and black people at the store would they would look at us like we were fucking crazy. And my boy Mikey's like, don't sweat it, don't worry about them. We would go downtown, different stores downtown, because we always wanted to find cheap sneakers and cheap hoodies and shit like that. There was a lot of nice shit that we wore. We were into the Guess jeans and the Russell hoodies and the Champion hoodies and, khakis, khaki shorts. we were into wearing Jordans and cool shit, man. We were into wearing some cool shit. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that, like, everybody just needs to collectively remember the 80s and 90s, and there was a lot of bogus shit going on, but there was this generation of young white dudes and young black dudes and black chicks, and we were all just kicking it, having a good time, laughing, hollering, hooting. There was no segregation. There was no. This was when everybody just didn't give a flying fuck. And if we can get back to that, that'd be great. And then let me flip it back. Don't forget the whole thing with you black ladies. You see me, you hear me. I'm a chill dude. Let me know what you think. I'm a single dad, and I'm only 5'6". See, that's the other thing, and I don't drink. You know what I mean? So that might throw me on. That throws me on some other level, but I do like going to the gym. So I'm gonna put this out there to all the black females that just wanna, you know, straight black females. Like, you have to be a female from the time you came from your mom's vagina. You were a female. Okay, that's the important part. Um, but if you're trying to rap to me, let me know what's up. Also, if any politicians or any of these fucking fucktards out there on that Capitol fucking bunker bullshit hill, White House bullshit, propaganda fucking place. Look, man, if any of that shit is affecting people, shame on you. Let's get back to the basics, man. Let's all just start chilling and liking each other. And, like, why don't we, like, here's the thing. If you're gay, then be gay. If you're black, be black. If you're a white guy, be a white guy. And just ignore all the dumb shit and remember that where you grew up from, and call your black friends and be like, hey, man, how you doing? And just talk. We're all human. Like, that's the part that I'm trying to tell my son. And my son's getting it. We're all human. So we make mistakes. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. A lot of us don't know what we're doing. We have goals. We have bills. We have bullshit. You know, look, man, I just watched a movie with Sandra Bullock, and even Sandra Bullock is getting down with fucking black dudes. So what's that tell you, man? Like, it's just, she is like, hey, what's up? Black people are cool. I don't see the fucking problem. It's none of your business in the first place. I'm saying the same fucking thing. Plus, man, let me just flip it back a couple more. Yo, black guys, man, you've been snagging up a lot of fine fucking white honey for a long ass time, dude. I'm just asking for a fucking dabble. Just a fucking taste. Yo, black dude's been running through fucking white chicks since like 80 fucking 8. And before it was all on the down low, and then y'all got it cool in the fucking late 80s into the 90s, and then it got all cool because y'all started making real pretty babies, and then now it's like we have this bullshit cultural fucking holy Bible fucking social media horse shit, and everybody hates each other. Meanwhile, dude, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, man, spread your wings, man. Spread your wings, Ebony. Ebony and Ivory. You know what I mean? Like, let's bring it together as one. A white man and a black woman. Gonna have some fun. Let's take it back to the 90s. Man, fuck Spike Lee, man. Everybody should be cool, not divided. Fuck history, man. We'll make our own history. Y'all take care. See ya.